big news around the Foxes right now, and you do not want to miss this. A striker we passed on could be joining a relegation rival. A key midfielder is ruled out for the FA Cup, and there is a huge name being linked with the Leicester City manager's job. I've got 3 massive stories for, and trust me, the last one's the most important of them all. Stay with me until the end. Smash that subscribe button, and let's get straight into it. So picture this. You're down in the trenches, fighting for your life in the championship. Every point feels like oxygen. Every goal feels like gold. And one of the most physically brutal strikers English football has produced in the last decade might end up lining up for one of your relegation rivals? Yeah, that's the reality the Foxes are staring at. Michail Antonio, free agent, proven Premier League bruiser, a man who's bullied center backs for fun over the years. And right now, he's in talks with Charlton Athletic. Not us, Charlton. Let that sink in for it. Because here's the kicker. Leicester City actually had the chance to sign him. Antonio spent weeks training at Seagrave back in December and early January. The door was open. The option was there. And the club decided to walk away. Now, 5 weeks later, he could be pulling on the shirt of a team we're directly scrapping with at the bottom of the table. Football is cruel like that. Charlton's manager, Nathan Jones, clearly smells blood. He wants experience. He wants muscle. He wants a striker who can turn half chances into chaos, even at 35, even after a horrific road accident in December 2024. Antonio's profile is obvious. He's not a delicate technician. He's not going to float around linking play like a number 10. He's a battering ram, and when you're in a relegation dogfight, sometimes that's exactly what keeps your head above water. What makes this even more painful is that Charlton are starting to pull away. 7 points from their last 9. A 2-0 win at the King Power. Now 7 points clear of the Foxes. Game in hand. Momentum building. Meanwhile, we're still searching for answers up top. Jordan Ayew huffs and puffs. Patson Daka flashes once every few months. We've got effort. We've got running. But we don't have fear factor. Antonio brings fear factor. Yes, there's risk. 14 months without a competitive match is no joke. No one knows what condition his body is truly in, but relegation battles aren't won by playing safe. They're won by rolling dice, and Leicester chose not to roll. I'm not saying Antonio would have saved our season. No single player ever does. But having the option of throwing on a 6-foot wrecking ball for the last 20 minutes of matches, that changes games. That changes psychology. That changes how opponents defend you. Instead, we might be watching him do exactly against us, and that, Foxes fan, is a horrible thought. So here's the uncomfortable question I'm throwing straight at you. If Antonio signs for Charlton and scores goals that help keep them up while we go down, should the people who rejected him be held directly responsible for our relegation? Hit like, hit that subscribe button if you're passionate about Leicester and want to stay up to date. Another one of those stories that only football can throw at you. You sign a player in January to help you in a scrap. You finally get him through the door. You start building his rhythm. And then, boom, the rules step in and say, not today. Joe Aribo will not be involved when the Foxes travel to St. Mary's for the FA Cup clash with Southampton. Not because of injury, not because of form, but because of that cold, unforgiving loan rule that says you cannot face your parent club in this competition. So Leicester go into yet another massive game without a midfielder who was brought in specifically to give us energy, legs, and a bit of bite in the middle. That's frustrating. No other word for it. Aribo arrived from Southampton in January because he wanted football, regular minutes, a chance to feel important again. He made his Leicester debut in the 2-1 defeat to Birmingham City. And even in that short outing, you could see what he offered. Strength on the ball, intelligent movement, and someone who is comfortable playing in tight spaces. Exactly the sort of profile we've been crying out for. But instead of building momentum, his rhythm has been chopped in half. He missed the league collapse against Southampton in midweek, and now he misses the cup tie as well. 2 games, same opponent. Watching from the stands, interim boss Andy King tried to put a positive spin on it, saying Aribo has been working hard on the training ground, that he's had minutes against Birmingham, and that once these Southampton games are out of the way, he should be fully up to speed and ready to contribute. And honestly, that's the only way to look at it. Because this season has already given us enough reasons to scream into a pillow. There's also a bigger picture here. Aribo's contract at Southampton runs until the 30th of June 2026, and there's no sign of a new deal. That strongly suggests his long-term future is not on the South Coast. which means this loan is not just a short-term plaster, it's an audition for Leicester City. If he comes in after this cup tie and starts bossing midfield, starts driving us forward, starts showing leadership in a team that badly lacks it, suddenly the conversation changes. Suddenly, you're talking about whether the Foxes should be pushing to make this permanent in the summer. So yes, it hurts that he cannot help us at St. Mary's, but the real story is what he does next. Because from the moment these Southampton fixtures are out of the way, there are no excuses left. And here's the big question I want you to wrestle with. If Joe Aribo finishes the season strongly, would you try to sign him permanently? Or is he just another short-term fix in a long list of Leicester gambles that haven't paid off? Hit like, hit that subscribe button if you're passionate about Leicester and want to stay up to date. Now this is where things start to feel properly serious. Because behind the scenes at Leicester City, the circus has stopped, the music has died, and the cards are being laid slowly on the table. No more fancy slogans, no more grand speeches. This is pure survival mode. Martí Cifuentes is gone. Andy King is holding the wheel with white knuckle, and up in the boardroom, Kuntop and John Rudkin are staring at a season that is dangling over the edge of a cliff. And into this chaos walks a very familiar figure, Sean Dyche, fresh out the door at Nottingham Forest. Yes, them. Our lovely neighbors who love to pretend they're massive while spending most of their existence looking nervously over their shoulder. They've been Dyche, and suddenly, Leicester City are looking at him as a genuine option. I'll be honest with you, this isn't romance, this isn't poetry, this isn't about philosophy or pretty patterns. This is about staying in the champion. Dyche is not coming with piano football. He's not coming with inverted fullbacks and positional rotations. He's coming with a shovel, a hard hat, and a very simple message. Run harder than the opponent. Defend your box like your life depends on it. Make every match horrible. And right now, that might be exactly what the Foxes need. Bookmakers whispering about Dyche tells you everything. The club are no longer shopping in the dream aisle. They're shopping in the survival aisle. The man has made a career out of dragging teams away from danger with organization, structure, and an unshakable mentality. He turns chaos into shape, fear into fight. And let's be brutally honest. Do you see Leicester City right now and think, yeah, this squad needs a poet? Or do you see Leicester City and think, this squad needs a sergeant major? Because I see a group that collapses when things go wrong. I see players who look shocked when they concede. I see a team that forgets how to suffer. Dyche specializes in teaching suffering. Some will cry about style. Some will moan about long balls. Some will beg for the return of the Maresca era. Lovely memories, different time, different problem. This is a firefighting job, and Dyche is basically a professional firefighter. There's also a delicious little subplot. Nottingham Forest sack him, and Leicester City consider hiring him. If that doesn't make you smile just a little bit, check your pulse. Imagine Dyche walking into the King Power, rolling up his sleeves and keeping us up while Forest are left wondering what they've just done. Football heritage. So here's the uncomfortable, debate-splitting question. If the choice is ugly football and survival under Sean Dyche, or attractive football and relegation under a project manager, which one do you choose? Hit like, hit that subscribe button if you're passionate about Leicester and want to stay up to